What's up, guys, and welcome back to The Vow. I'm your host, Christian, and this is...
I'm your host, Adena.
And today we will be discussing love, and it'll be themed around our anniversary and all of the Valentine's Day festivities.
Yeah, so February is love month for us. Our anniversary is February the 5th. That means it is coming up in a few days. And with it being Black History Month and Valentine's Day, it has just become a month of love for us personally. And so today we're going to keep it short and quick, but we're going to talk about things that can keep your love life fresh and exciting. We will be celebrating 11 years of marriage. So we're so excited. So it's just going to be some helpful hints, y'all, today to keep things fresh, keep things fun. One of the scriptures that I love to read to him is Proverbs 5:18 and 19. So it says, "May your fountain be blessed, and may you rejoice in the wife of your youth. A loving doe, a graceful deer, may her breast satisfy you always. May you ever be captivated by her love." And sometimes we have to make sure we stay captivated by our partner's love. So we're just going to give you some helpful hints to keep you captivated in your partner's love.
Question, was that breast or breath?
Breast.
Breast.
Actually,
I
breasts.
I like that. That's a good scripture. So I have a question.
What's your question?
When we say keeping it fresh in a relationship, what does that mean?
Keeping it fresh. Keeping it fresh. Can you ask me again?
Yes. What do you feel that keeping it fresh in a relationship means?
Keeping it fresh means that each day is a new day, and that you see your partner in their newness every day. And I think that when you are intentional about keeping things exciting and fresh, I think it's because you recognize that the person that you are with is an ever-evolving human being. Their needs may change, their passions may change, their goals and desires may change, the things that they're interested in may change. And so, you know, what buying a teddy bear might have worked for me when I was 18, 19. And it would probably be cute. If he bought me a teddy bear now, it would be very cute.
Because it's out of the box. It's different.
Because it is out of the box.
Yep.
But the spirit behind it is you have to evolve with your partner. And sometimes you have to do things that maybe you wouldn't have even thought about doing in the past. But if you see them, like really see them and who they are, who they're becoming, then that should in some way inform what you do to keep things fresh and exciting. So, for example, when we were younger, Topgolf didn't even exist.
No.
You know? But for our anniversary, we're going to go play Topgolf.
It's a big thing.
It's a new fun thing to do. So just keeping an ear open, I guess, for like what's happening in the world, what's happening in your city, what's happening in your town. And just trying new things together. We went to an Indian restaurant a few weeks ago. Turmeric here in St. Louis. And I keep seeing it. Like, I'm like, oh, and everybody says great things about it. And we just randomly, we weren't even like supposed to be there one day.
We're taking
I think we were taking Layla to dance class or something. And our evening ended up shifting. And we were like, let's just go to Turmeric. Yep. But just being open to that level of spontaneity, I think, is important. Yeah.
I agree.
What you think?
What do I think about?
Same. What does it mean to keep things fresh?
What does it mean to keep things fresh? I would say that also is a delicate balance. There's a line with that. So there's an extreme to both, and being an extremist, I have to address that because there might be a person who's watching this is an extremist like myself. So you can't be always looking for something new all the time because there's an extreme side to that. That's not healthy either. Always needing the new high. That's not love. That's just, like that's lust. That's like a feeling for the moment. You're not doing that for love, and you can't keep up with that because that's a feeling for a moment. You're not creating a memory. It's just a feeling. So with that balance, don't expect every week for him or her to do something that's going to be a miracle that you're going to feel. No, seriously, because I've seen the other side of that. I've seen
That's true.
people spin their way.
You do have to settle into your routine,
yes,
right? Like,
yes.
And I know some people want to think it's mundane. It's not mundane.
No.
It's just your routine.
Yes.
And you do have to kind of
yes.
find that groove. And then you have to break that groove.
Yes.
Right? Like,
but there has to be a groove.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You can't always.
That's right.
You can't always be up here at the sun with an experience because again, you're gonna spend so much money that you ain't gonna have no money left, and you can't buy someone's love if that's what you're attempting to do. That's not what we're discussing. We're not talking about doing things to buy someone's love. This is for a person who already loves you and you love them, such as a marriage or a long-term relationship. So the acts of kindness that we're doing is not an attempt to win something that we don't already possess. So keeping it fresh, for me, it is, I would say, being in tune with the spiritual vibration of your home or your relationship. You can feel if you're really in tune with one another when there's a need for something different, something new. And usually how you feel, that person feels too, because you are one. You've spent so much time together that the emotions usually come around the same. Now the expression of that emotion may be different, but because we're joined, if I'm in tune, I can feel, if I listen to the spirit man in me, it is aware that my wife is in need of something different, a change, something new. And she can feel the same for me. It's been times that she's done stuff for me that I didn't expect, but I was going through something internally and she felt it like it was a time for something new and she shook it up. And then I've done the same for her. So I would say for me, keeping it fresh is being in tune with that feeling that you get when you know it's time. And that takes for you to be really in tune with the person you love, truly, spiritually, holistically. What are some of the things that you do to keep our love fresh?
So one thing that I do is interesting, actually. We always talk about like carving out time for dates. So one of the things that I think is really helpful for us is lunch, believe it or not. Not dinner.
She's a foodie.
I love food. Not dinner, though. We occasionally can make it to dinner, but we have busy lives and we have kids and we've got a lot going on. And so dinner happens in the evening. Sometimes we're tired in the evening. And so we've kind of shifted to just doing lunch. And it doesn't always have to be fancy. It can literally be we sit down at the kitchen and we eat a salad or whatever is on the menu for the day. Sometimes we might go out and grab something, and sometimes we just sit. And what I find is really interesting about lunch versus dinner, nobody's exhausted, right? We still actually can engage meaningfully in our conversation, and it just gives us a point in the middle of the day to connect. So I recommend lunch.
Awesome.
What do you recommend?
Wow, what I recommend. So what do I do to keep love fresh in our relationship? I would say one thing for me is I'm like a guy who likes to think out the box. That usually keeps things fresh for myself and my wife because I'm big into challenging myself anyway. So if I typically buy her big bouquets of flowers or the things that I dominantly do well, usually it's the things that I seem to see she appreciates more that are not my strengths. Like sometimes I sing to her, believe it or not, and she likes it because she knows it's not my strength, it's not what I really do, but it takes a lot of thought and a lot of courage, and it spices things up. It makes it fun, it makes us laugh, and it also it shows her, I guess, how much I love her, that I'm willing to put myself in an uncomfortable position. So I have made up songs that we still have that I have sung for her, and I'm not a bad singer, believe it or not. That's one of the things that I've noticed that she likes, is when I operate in a realm that's not my dominant set of features.
That's so funny. I love when he sings. I would say the second thing that I love to do, that we love to do, believe it or not, is travel. We love to travel, yes, with our family, but it's really interesting to see your partner in a different environment. They come to life in a different way. And then as you explore new spaces and new places, you eat new foods, you try new activities, you're seeing the world together, and that builds memories, and it kind of helps you continue to have a really, really close bond. So yes, you may need to travel by yourself if you just need like rest, or I totally support girl trips and guy trips and things like that, but you have to travel together, see the world together, build those memories together, and you'll find that there are new discoveries along those journeys.
Yeah. So again, another thing for me would be specifically, but it would still be something that would be out of character for me. So I'm an extremist. So if I buy flowers, I'm gonna buy like a huge arrangement and pay a lot of money for it, and it's gonna like be breathtaking. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll go buy one rose, and sit it on the bed or sit it on her desk, or take it somewhere where she'll be and unexpectedly pop up on her and bring her just one flower. That seems to work because it's different as well. And she knows I'm an extremist, so that's something that she seems to appreciate, and it keeps us fresh.
The last thing for me, I would say doing something that he likes to do. We are very different. And there was actually a TikTok challenge going around where wives were asking their spouse if they could do what the spouse wants to do. And it was really, really interesting to see the guys respond. They would be like, "Are you serious? You want to do what I want to do?" And so I will do that sometimes. So Christian likes to work out. He likes to be spontaneous. I don't like to be spontaneous. But he loves to be able to be like, let's do this, let's just go for a drive, let's just do it. And so sometimes I'll pose that question to him, like, you want to go for a run? You want to work out? You want to ride with me?
Picture that.
Right. I'm not a workout guru. You want to go for a ride with me? You want to hop in the car? And he always says yes. So it is a way to kind of keep that connection strong, and invite him into one of the very things that he loves to do. And he finds a lot of joy in that. And I find a lot of joy too, because it really does feel like we're sharing each other's world in that time.
Yeah. And picture that, her asking me to run. So yes, I love spontaneity. I do. I love to be off the chart. Even when we do things like this, she will tell you that I hate to have everything so scripted. It's like I just don't monitor my life that way. I love to kind of be I'm more of a free-spirited person. So to stay with that theme, we always think of vacations and things like that, of going places that we've never been. I like to sometimes get into the micro and less macro, and like stay somewhere where I live and where I'm from that I've never been. So what we'll do is get a hotel and do a staycation at a hotel that's 30 minutes away, or something we always see, or eat at a place that we always see, and we incorporate that within a staycation theme for that day. And it could be literally 30 minutes down the street, and I'll book us a room there for the weekend, and we'll stay within our city as we are visiting instead of living here, and try to experience it as a tourist would. And she loves that kind of stuff as well, experiencing what we already know, but on a different level.
Yeah.
Here's the last question. Here's the last question that you all want to know, because I know, okay? They keep it juicy. Is Mr. Vaughn keeping it fresh? That's the question.
I think he thinks so.
You know what that means.
No, he does a really good job. Christian does a really good job of making me laugh.
Amen.
He does a really good job of surprising me.
Amen.
And he does a really good job of spoiling me.
Oh, there you go. I was waiting for that word. Yeah.
Anything that y'all think of that you want to pop in the chat? We'd love to hear what you do to keep your relationship fresh and fun, and to continue to hold on to the bride and the husband of your youth and stay captivated. And so we just wanted to encourage y'all today, just drop a few things in our month of love that hopefully will help you keep that fire burning.
I would like to pose a question to you.
Yeah.
What is love?
What is love? Love is an action word.
Mm-hmm.
Love is something that we do.
Mm.
I think the technical definition of what is love is just care. Showing that you deeply care for a person. So however you can show that love, and I do think that a degree of creativity is warranted in conversations about love. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. And I just posed that question because I think people have different definitions of love, and that's perfectly fine. But having that understanding with your spouse or the person you're in a relationship with would help you a lot with that, because you both may be on different pages for what love is. And that goes back to what we talked about with being equally yoked, making sure you're on the same page. So for me, love is, like my wife just said, like an intense feeling, expression of something that you feel. It's a feeling that's intense for a person. But being a spiritual man, I would say God is love. Of course, I'm going to say that. If you know me, you'd be like, yeah, that's a typical answer. But God is love for me. So love is total sacrificial. It is, in a way, the total understanding of someone who I've joined with as one, to truly understand my other half, my better half. Like, love allows me to fully engage that. So love for me is truly sacrificial and letting go how I always view it, but trying to view it from my better half's side, because we are now joined as one. So that is love for me.
That's good.
But, as my wife just said, Minister Varner, if you have questions or comments, please leave them. And if you have videos that you think we should make on certain topics, please let us know. You could inbox us. You could leave a comment on the video, and it will also leave our contact information at the bottom. So let us know what you guys would like to hear, because we need this information to be beneficial to you.
That's a wrap today, y'all. Enjoy your February. Take care of each other. Love each other. Do something fun. Do something fresh. Get creative with it. Do something that not you want to do, but that your partner wants to do. And really enjoy this love month.
And get out the box.
Yes.
Change it up. Do something different.
Yes.
Like this.
Yes.
That wasn't scripted. Fellas, love your woman. Love your wife.
Ladies, keep loving on your man.
Yo.